Welcome to another fun fact episode of the Barbershop Chronicles. Tonight we have two very well-grounded young men, not only young men but young athletes within the Guyana sporting fraternity with us. Tonight we have Mr. Jalil Alkindor, national football player, and we have on my other side Mr. Ravi Coates, pro football player and also national Guyana football player. So tonight we'll be having like a jam-packed session. We'll be asking a lot of questions, and also you guys will be learning a lot of new things about these two athletes. So without further ado, let me welcome you both guys to the Barbershop Chronicles. Oh my God, look at it, Mr. Jalil Kinder, thanks for coming also. But we're gonna just start with Jalil. Coming off of a very successful CSEC campaign in football terms. That was a very good season for you. That was a very good 5 years, I can say. But like take me through it. How was it? Like from Farm 1 straight through to Farm 5, right? How was it?
Well, it all begins, let's see, yeah. It all begins at Farm 1, where everything just happened to me suddenly, because when I first started playing for a club, that's all opportunities start coming my way in terms of me getting scholarship to go to a private school.
So which private school was this actually that you went to? Like
Chase's Academy Foundation, but actually I got 2 scholarships at that time. I got a scholarship to go business school, and I want to go to Chase as well.
but why? But then the question could come up, why? Like why did you choose Sir Chase's Academy? Like, was there anything behind it? I mean, it's a good football fraternity. I mean, due to past success and so on. But why? Why did you choose Chase Academy?
Well, I was advised by, the elderly. They told me a lot about Chase's Academic Foundation, about the quality education. Yeah. They told me that I will benefit a lot from it because they have good teachers, and it is a good environment for me.
That's great. That's great. So from there, everything just start to work out for you. Yeah. By the way, so what school you attained coming out in National Grade 6 Assessment?
Well, it's really tragic for me because it was really hard at that time to know that I did so poorly at National Grade 6 Assessment, but still, I never allowed that to determine who I will become.
But that's important because, I mean, it's like the same thing that goes with Ravi. Is the level of persistency for you guys. And I can recall it was 355 marks you attained at National Grade 6 Assessment. But the thing about it is that it would be hard for us to look at things like that as failures, because some of us like reach our point or our like growth later than some would, because they got people that went to St. Joseph, they got people that went to QC that ain't get 10 subjects when the road, probably fail 1 or 2 in between. So I won't consider 355 as a failure. You understand? But to you, like you perform on the par. You understand? But this is just life, because I was like, I learned this lesson that if you think life is perfect, then why all 5 your finger in at the perfect height? All them just up and down, and this is just life and how life works. Yeah. So it's really good that you excel though. It is really important. It shows that sports and the book could actually go together. So for you, Ravi, I watched you growing over the years. The Indian boy that plays football. Like everybody, like this boy should play cricket, this boy ain't ready yet. They're gonna rough you up and these sort of things. So now, like seeing you make it to the national level. Last year, if I'm right, you played at the CONCACAF under 20 championship, and you scored on his debut, which is big for me, because I mean, coming from that level of abuse of being like a young guy in GFC team is like big. Everybody look down on you, you're young and he's short and he's frail and he's just running at people. But I mean, if people could have like seen like your body index from then to now, we could see like the rapid growth over time, which is important. So take me through your transformation from that Ravi to this Ravi now.
Well, throughout the years before, none of this didn't even start. Just a big cricket for us, but that didn't work out. So I ended up start at GFC, Great experience. Coach treated me well when I first came there. So, and from there, start going fail 2 trials. You know, that didn't stop me. Just continue to work hard, push myself, and I always tell myself there's no limits. It's all in a mental. Keep your mentality strong, and in 2020, 2021, I made the national team and scored my debut. I'm very grateful. Thanks to the coaches too for the opportunity.
So since it's like both of you guys fail, so like what would like be your guys like explain to me what failure is to you, Johnny. Like explain, give me a little index on what failure is.
Well, failure is whereby you as an individual, well, you aspire to do something or you set a certain system in order to get something done, but you fail to succeed or you didn't get what you expected, right? Like for me, for example, I would normally set my goals, to be impossible to achieve, but still, I always show people that nothing is impossible.
Yeah.
But for you, like what's failure? What exactly is failure for you?
To me, failure is just growth, learning from your mistakes, building yourself. And failure, to me, when you fail, you're just one step closer. Yeah.
Because the same perhaps the worst thing in life is not even trying.
That's it.
Yeah.
And failure is a boost as well, because when we fail and others look down on us and keep criticizing, that's just the motivation to go harder, keep going.
Yeah.
And every time you get down in the dirt and your skin's so nasty, you don't even feel like cleaning it off, still you with that one last faith and hope, you dust it off.
So but for you, I mean, now we play in the Trinidad, I think it's a youth pro league and preparing for the senior pro league. So I mean, for coming from cricket to failing trials to making GFC team and now you actually in the pro league. Tell me what's your experience has been so far in the Trinidad pro league.
It's a great experience at first, you got to groove in, seeing big, strong players, thoughts just flowing wild. So it was a great experience, I played 3 games, I scored once, very grateful again, and just want to continue pushing myself to new limits and new heights.
Yeah.
So for you, I mean, we could go on and on how difficult it was. So I'm going to touch on something else, how important it is to have a good support system around you.
Honestly, support is one of the main things that we all as individuals need in terms to get what we actually want and desire. Because sometimes you even need that own support from yourself, which that don't ever be enough, but that's just better than none. But getting support from others and the courage, it is a boost in order to achieving your goals.
So, who would you consider like that as being that pillar to you in order for you to, excel from such a slow start? Because let's just use the football terms. See Sec actually control the ball for like 5 from grade 1 to grade 6 years of your life. And then they probably, hit the fatal blow whereby you didn't attain what you wanted to attain at the National Grade 6 assessment a few years back. But then you went into the second half of the game, that's from Farm 1 to Farm 5. And the ball was in your court, it was in your possession. So how hard it is actually for you to remain focused though? Because I mean, if we to look at it from a football perspective, keeping the ball for 5 minutes, it could be something very, tiring. Because I know some, probably Barcelona, some other teams could get ball for like 5, 6, 10 minutes and cannot penetrate certain teams. So how hard it is, it is to like actually stay focused and stay on trail with what you actually like want to become. Because I think you said your goal was to become an accountant.
Yeah, really, it is to become an entrepreneur, but you have to get somewhere in order to get to where you want to go. Well, as we said, right? Speaking from a football perspective, all ballers do know that in football, we have to have patience. And the first thing we always, before we hit the field, we always hit the field with a plan.
Yeah, agree.
Okay? We always set the plan, and we will always get a plan B and a plan C. And it's not just a change from what's your A plan, but it's just to help boost the plan. In case if you don't go a certain way, like, you see, as you stated, like from grade 1 to grade 6, that's in the first half, right? We was down. Let me say was down by the other team had more possession than us, right? And for me, I never really had that opportunity in order to gain knowledge in that period of time. So I really suffered a lot then. But in the second half, like from Form 1 to 5, I know what I wanted. So that's where plan B and C came in. That helped boost me in order to achieving what I want.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what made me come back and win the match. Right? Because from there, everything changed and I just captivated everything and come away with that.
So for you though, Ravi, I mean, let me just go back to support system again. How did you like, I mean, if I'm to wake up tomorrow morning and tell my mother, Mom, I think I want to go and play badminton, I think it's going to be something difficult for she to regurgitate. Like, Michael, are you moving from football to like, no, you want to go and play badminton? So how was it? How was the transition? Because I don't know how your parents actually viewed football in your household, but how was the transition? Like, how supportive was your family in you making that decision? Because now it's actually paying off. Now the coach's name is actually paying off. As I say, we don't really work hard for your first name. You're working hard for Ravi. I ain't working hard for Michael. You're working hard for Jalil. It's like we working hard for, like, at the end of the day, remember Mr. Richmond or remember Mr. Coach or remember Mr. Alkino, we're working for the last names. So how important or how was the transition for you from cricket to football?
Well, at first, it was hard because everyone asked me, like, I football, in Guyana, cricket is more like a career in Guyana, right?
Yeah.
And at first, it's the doubts, but as you see, I progress, just playing good, dominating the leagues. They start believing, and I'm so happy that they even, helping me now.
Now you are like a role model for like East Indian natives that want to play football. To me, you are a role model now. So I mean, I think that it would be just fit that, you upkeep a certain level of standards. So we're going to touch on standards now. Like how important it is for you to keep a certain, standard now. I mean, walking the street probably not going to be like anything normal for you no more. Like when you first started being like, hey, there's a Ravi going on. You know what I mean? I can remember the first time when he, where he came from? I think it was national team, and he came and he stand and he come and I think he wanted to buy eggs, and I was like, brother, you ain't paying for no egg, you just come out for national team egg, you come telling me you want to pay for it. Furthermore, you come and you get egg free as much as that. Anytime you get an egg, free. Free supply egg. So like you gotta get egg free. So I mean, representing a national team for me is something big. I wasn't like blessed with the opportunity, but that doesn't mean that I won't be happy that you are with, that you are blessed with that opportunity. You understand? We all get our own battles that we face in life. And to me, my national team was beating the system, a difficult upbringing, by some. That was my national team. It takes a lot of discipline to come out from those areas. So, so as I was saying, your life probably might change now. And now that you're in the Trinidad Pro League, preparing, continue working hard is just my advice to you. And the sky ain't even the limit, because I mean, it is very important for anybody to take whatever they're doing, serious. Even if it's a normal scrubby game. Just take, cause you don't know who looking at you. It could recall Raheem Sterling, like probably he was discovered, according to the story that I heard, he was discovered in a ballpark. That's playing somebody like, hey, you like this kid, and now the whole world know who Raheem Sterling is now. You understand? So, for you again, how important it is to maintain an image?
Well, it's very important, to show the other youths coming up, not just me, but even big people and all, to even get inspired by the hard work that I put in, Even after training, it's straight to the gym, you know, rest for like a 2 hour home, 11:30, next session home, you know, wake up, you gotta go again. Yeah. See, it's just like a yearly thing, you know. If you could just mark your calendar for a year, then great, you just see big results, you know.
That's true. And what make you didn't make the national team for the under 20?
Well, actually, I did make the team, but I didn't get a fly through to document problems. Yeah, I didn't have my medical. The day when the team was leaving, I was called to get my stuff back. I went home because I was in school that day, right? You know, you get called, you go feel proud of yourself, and I was in the middle of a class. So when everyone heard that I said, yes, coach, they knew that there was a national team.
Yeah.
So from there, that moment, I was celebrated by my classmates because they knew I was in the national program along with a couple of the students who was in my school as well, but they was already there. Now, as I informed the school teacher, well, my class teacher and the principal, Sir Chase, you know, I tell them I won't be around for a while because I was around CXC time as well. So it was really hard balancing both sports and academics at that time. But, you know, we all have to make a sacrifice somehow. But as I was called and went home, the coach told me would have called me back and tell me where to meet the team because I think it was the morning you had to left, right?
Yeah.
1 o'clock or something like that. Yeah, it was the flight. And apparently he called me back with bad news because he asked me, like, he was like, Alcindor, you didn't went to do your medical with the team? I was like, no, coach. And he just flipped on the phone. You know what someone would normally do if they're disappointed or the vex. And then he and the manager had some, I don't know, tag walk or what's not because they didn't get my medical done because he claimed that, you know, he gave a slip to the manager and tell him all these players must do the medical. But I guess I was left out because I wasn't in camp with the team as I was going to school at that time.
I understand.
Yeah, so when the team went to do the medical, I was in school that morning. So apparently, I guess I was forgotten. So I was left out.
Not a setback for you. To you, was it like a setback? Like
Really, it brought tears to my eyes to know that this is the third time I'm in the national program and not getting to fly with the team. But as I said, when life hits you with something hard, you hit back life with something harder. You know?
Yeah.
Show people that, hey, no matter what you didn't get or fail to achieve, you will achieve something greater. You know? And I was so sad for that period of time. So many people try to build my self-esteem, you know, don't give up on football. Because at that point in time, I was like, hey, I give in time towards this sport and so on. And I should have dedicated more time to my schoolwork. That's what I was telling myself. But little do I know that all great players, in whatever sports field they all came through from some struggle. They all failed a lot. But that's what really make them the great and legendary player they are.
Yeah, because I mean, success is attached to failures. Like, I don't think there's anybody out there that could tell me they never fail. I mean, the only person that probably influences somebody that ain't born yet. We don't know who that is though. So, I mean, it's important to fail. Failure has been a perfect thing with me. To me, I've been a complete failure for like majority of my life. But I enjoy failing because I learned so much with failing. You understand? I remember going to secondary school, primary school, and well, I never really like wearing number on my back, but my favorite number was like, well, I had like three favorite number, 14, 15, and 16. That was me grades in well, not grade position on the table. I never like break into the top 10 ever. So I used to get 14, 15, or 16 place. You know, those of our Mike name was attached. And I remember that I had this spelling bee competition and the teacher was like, she was gambling with me, boy. And like, I don't know what makes she pick me. But it was like boys against girls in primary school. And bro, we think happened. I actually let the girls win, bro. Cause like I didn't get no word right. You understand? I didn't get no word right. Everybody else like, I should have picked Jasani in front of my because another colleague. Like I felt bad at that time. But then I was like, I can't even let this thing into me. You know what I mean? I remember when I wrote common entrance, my grades was about 451. And I got New Camerville Secondary School at that time. You know, my mother's like, me really want you in this government system. And she got a transfer for me, and I went to a school with Raven, and then went back to a private school. And when I went into Farm 1, I was like, boy, I got to try and do something. I mean, I was working hard in the streets, and I really got to do something. Because as I was saying, coming from Arbison was nothing easy. Arbison ain't even what it is right now. Like I say Arbison is really cool now. From the time that I grew up there,
Yeah, it got cooler. It eased down a lot.
Really
I guess it's
cool.
due to modernization.
Yeah. So, I mean, beating the system was something for me. And I just take that like a championship to me because it wasn't, as I say, it wasn't easy. We grew up without lights and these things,
And then violence in the streets.
Violence in the
Like,
streets.
you wake
So
up.
it's like you had a choice. Like, you choose this road, you choose the road. But I never really choose the road. I just like, wherever life takes me, I can probably go. But then I went to school, and this is when I understand the importance of a proper education. Now here I am, went to university and, doing fairly well. I ain't gonna say great because I got some things that are pushing towards, but doing fairly well at this point. So
Coming from that to this,
this is like,
accomplish
Big
a lot.
improvement.
yeah, and still a lot more to do. So, it's very good though. I really like you guys growth so far, and I'm really convinced that you're gonna do outstanding, bro. You understand how difficult it is to make it, and by understanding how difficult it is to make it, it makes you appreciate the little now that you're getting. People don't really understand because I can recall there are 2 players that went to TT Pro League, and them guys actually came back here and nothing going on for them. So now you get you for a shot. That's why I asked you before, like, Rafi, how was it? You like it? You like, but I like it. So you enjoy your opportunity now. And you find people that makes the most of what they have is people that really had one option. Because if you give a child 4 options, it's like you're clouding the brain. But give you one. The most you can do is work it. Either you choose it or not. But once you get somebody choices, a lot of football players had choices. Whether they go to Jamaica, they go Trinidad, they go here, they go anywhere, they had choices. Some went to USA, some went to colleges, but at the end of the day, they had choices. You had Trinidad, that was your first choice, probably never had another one. You took it. Your first choice was either you go to school and you graduate, or what?
Violence. Because it was any ghetto as well.
I don't want a boss for anybody. You can't be obsessed with success. So as of now, we can just take a 1 minute break and we can be back. We can be back. We can be back. We can be back. Welcome back to the Barbershop Chronicles. So far we having fun, we're learning a great lot. And I just can't wait to continue learning. We are on a learning curve. So yeah, Mr. Kendor.
Yeah, well, Ravi, I have a few questions to you. Now, tell me, right? You as a young athlete, you're in the junior pro league. Tell me where do you see yourself as a motherfucker in the next 3 to 5 years?
Well, my goal is to be a professional football player, playing in the big leagues, playing in the Premier League, playing in LMS, even in the LMS, but the goal is to always dream big, and back it up with a lot of hard work and dedication, and I think you can achieve it once you just put your mind to it.
Yeah, indeed.
And where do you see yourself in a few years' time from now?
Well, honestly, I do see myself as a well-rounded person because I always do say this, right? No matter what I do or so on, I don't ever go with like one-sided thing,
Yeah.
I would always say, all right, if I don't get through with this, I could always look on or back up on something else.
Yeah.
So if I don't get to push to the goal I want to achieve in football, I can also rely on academics.
But you see, this is nice again. It's very good to see. How old are you, Charlie, again?
I'm 18 years
At 18, we got people thinking like this because we got past players that ain't got nothing they relying upon. You know what I mean? We want to touch on Duck. I might sound a little biased, but we got some greats that is just depending on futsal to live. We got some greats that work in taxi, so there is actually no backup plan. You understand? So, it is important also to have a good federation that has a plan for footballers. And I think that this is where our local federation is kind of slacking up because number one, to be great, you have to be consistent. You understand? Ain't no way we can be great or we can hit these big leagues by just going to the gym and playing park football. We need football playing. You understand? And it's really harsh to say that we don't even got football playing as much. We should be having a first, second, and a third division leagues in this country right now, playing football every week continuously. Put in mind, there's enough sponsors that can do this. They got people with enough paper that could help the federation pull off these things. But at the end of the day, the federation don't give nobody the courage to do it. You know what I mean? I don't want to sit here and bash anybody. That's not my intention. But I mean, you guys control everything. You guys get the power to do anything and everything. And that's what these people don't really tell ya. It's make it look as though the federation could dictate everything for ya, which they don't and they can't. You understand? If I say that, yo, you know what? Me playing for this guy in national team until these people pay we what we think we deserve. Football can't play national team until they pay y'all what y'all think y'all deserve. So the key and the power in y'all hands actually. But I mean, they suppress y'all and they put these ideologies in your mind that them is the big dogs and them is make these cars. You understand? But at the end of everything is y'all got control over every single thing. It's like the same thing that goes to the people and the government. Everybody want grade, everybody want a piece of this aisle paper. But everybody ain't gonna get up one morning and go and protest and say, you know, I want this and the whole country come together, we can get the little segregation. That's why we're gonna fail as a nation. I'm not saying it's harsh to say, but the nation is going to fail because everybody ain't got the same ideology. Probably it's impossible to get because everybody don't have the same brain either. Every man's thinking for them own. So, I mean, we gotta get a good federation intact, a good supportive system coming from the federation. So, I think that is key behind having a good league. You know, we gotta get good marketing rights, a lot of things because we had Jackie Chan who could have probably do something special for Guyana, but it just happened that whatever happened. But imagine me having Jackie Chan name and selling bread. Like people gonna want to know who is this Jackie Chan man that's selling bread? Like they're gonna be big. Like I gotta see the Jackie Chan is selling bread. Who's this man about? You understand? So he had such a big name, but he didn't understand the power of the name where he had, and he was already ripping up MLS. He was already a big thing over there. See, imagine there could be in marketing power. He could be a way wealthier person than he is today if he had a good supportive system. You see, go back again to having a good support system around you. If you had good friends that could have dictated certain things, like, you know, hey, Jackie Chan, you get your name and you can get your marketing right to this name. But you don't name Jackie Chan already. Everybody knows Jackie Chan to be a Chinese man. It's like, bro, we got black Jackie Chan and this man doing Jackie Chan things. You understand? So it's good to get a good support system. You know, so those where education is coming to again. Because you can understand the dynamics, understand the economics of it too also. You can understand how inflation and deflation work.
Yeah, study that.
You understand? So these is the little critiques that is important, you know, to become a successful football player. And he's got to prepare for life away from the field. Now we've seen Lampard into coaching, we've seen Steven Gerrard, we've seen Andre Pirlo, we've seen Gennaro Gattuso, we've seen a lot of other guys that is into coaching now because they applied, you know, certain level of discipline away from the game in a little spare time. You understand? So that's just about it.
Quick question, Michael. Yeah. It might be a little bit personal, but can you share your story with us, with you as a youth coming up in the academical and sporting field as well?
God, take a drink for that one. Probably Lucas indeed. I mean, coming up, as I said earlier in the show, it wasn't great. You know, I remember this story like forever remain me. I remember this time I was preparing for midterm exam, and my grandmother was making this what's called this monkey ears bake, and
Sweet bake.
yeah, the sweet bake. I like the bake to death. Mean by people go to war for the bake, bro. So I was like trying to get the bake for done for or for go to school before bell ring for cheat before the exam start. Cause we right and some put it up. So the kerosene done. Cause I think I had no gas. So the kerosene done, and the bake come out half floury like and half fried. So I was like, I look at this thing, I was like, bye. It's like cake. You know, you can dig when your mother done put the cake in the pan and she put it in the pot, you can eat in the batter from all the pan. So I was like, man, this is monkey. It's the same time and you can still get the same great taste. You understand? So I just take the thing and I got in school. And I remember we had this I had this bowl with the round cover. And I got in school and I got the thing in the bag and I was a peach bowl see-through. And I go to school and I got the bake. I was like, everybody see bake and start laughing while something like the half fried bake. God rest you dead. Remember done. I mean, I had to be contented though. I mean, I make a lot of mistakes growing up. I ain't perfect. I made a lot of mistakes. I've made mistakes even to yesterday because we're human beings, we ain't perfect. So I made a lot of mistakes, and but I had to be in a level content. I mean, to beat anything in life, you gotta be content. You gotta understand that if God bless you with this is where God make use it. So I don't understand how people is crying that they can't make it, especially in this 21st century. It's like just an excuse. I said like now is like the easiest time to do anything. Social media to your disposal, anything.
I mean, like as you said, you know, everyone is keep crying out like they can't make it or they could only do this and only do that. God never send you on this earth with limiting abilities. You know, some people is always say, hey, I could only do this, I could only accomplish this, I'm not good enough for this and I'm not good enough for that. This is just the devil poisoning their mind and their ability.
Because they got this white quote, Ravi, that I think is important, and I recall it came from Dr. Miles Monroe. God rest his dead heart. So they got this thing he said in one of his books, or if it was a clip, if I can recall. He said the most richest or the world richest place. How far you think the world richest place is?
Africa.
Nah, Iran. You? Not really sure, but the world richest place is actually cemetery. Yeah. Because they got a lot of people that died with so much talent, ideas, and everything that never get to live it yet. So I mean, that thing, like it stuck with me, for years. And I had this uncle that he was like unnatural, black and Capleton. To this day, I was like a big Capleton fan. So when he was here, Emancipation Day, I was like, yo, I gotta go and see Capleton. So like these musics and these art things, it kind of like twitch the mind and it keep me mind intact to like a lot of things. Having a good supportive mother and a good supportive father was important for me. But yeah, so going back to it now, I mean the music we listen, the videos that we look at, these are very critical things. Because a lot of us infatuate over things that we see on television. We see Lil Wayne with these big ass chains and we want to, go out and take.
Then you feel low about yourself. You gotta get this and you gotta get that.
Yeah, so a lot of things that contribute to my life. And my sporting life, it has been good. Nothing short of blessed, it's been good. I enjoyed playing football. It was for me a leisure because I had to balance school and work from a young age. So, it was good for me. I love Pity to death. For one. Yeah. Was against Pity.
We had sun 1 o'clock.
On the AstroTurf. Yeah.
Yeah, Rafi, you mind sharing with me and Michael and the media as well, like what your environment is like in Trinidad, the football environment and just Trinidad in the whole, is it safe? Are you guys well fed? You are getting equal opportunities as the citizens in the country? Yeah, share that with us.
Yeah, it was a great experience, Trinidad, Trinidad take football a little more serious than over here, There are parks everywhere, football field everywhere. Every time you're there in the bus, you're seeing a lot of fields and so on. It was a great experience, But the area is not well secure, They have a lot of gangs and so over there. And you could just lose your life wild, You have to be careful in certain areas you enter in and so on. Yeah, but overall, it was a great experience. Beautiful country. Nature is fantastic. Yeah. Great
And
experience.
based in their football system to ours, right? It's a comparison. You mind share with me like how far we are,
Yeah.
Guyana, compared to Trinidad, you know, like what improvements we need to make in our
Yeah.
system.
Well, I think that Guyana is not too far off, you know.
Mm.
They just need to improve on certain aspects, you know, in the federation, you know, to build better, you know, more facilities, you know.
Yeah, that's important. Yeah.
Accommodate more youth.
Even if we have a next artificial turf would be great, you know.
Yeah.
Because we only have one.
Yeah.
And
So we could get games every weekend would be
Yeah.
much better, you know.
So we need some major investments.
But it's not really far off from Trinidad. To me, they just have a great vision of where they're going.
Yeah.
We could make a big impact, you know.
well, I guess it's just time, you know.
Yeah.
It's just time for our sporting system, you know, to boost. You just need that finance.
Yeah.
Just need someone with that economic
I
vision.
think, but I believe we got somebody very supportive now within the Ministry of Sports. That is Charles Ramson. The guy is doing a lot,
Yeah, he's doing that.
and I really love what he's doing for us.
He really spending the money.
Yeah, the man like doing things to sport. Like, you know, I see what he's doing boxing. I see what he's doing here and there.
Yeah, I'm boxing. I'm really grateful for what he has done.
Yeah, bro. Like, I really love what that guy is doing. So I think that as a saying, go back to supportive system again. We just need a good supportive system.
Yeah.
We need a good platform. People with ideas.
plan.
Yeah, perfect.
Someone-
And
Someone
they
with
need to
great
give
vision.
ears to others who have plans as well.
Yeah.
Because I guess some people think that other people plans ain't good enough. They would look at the strain and say, hey, who's you? But they don't know that stranger plan could be the next big move.
Something big.
Yes.
It's just, you don't have to do it, but just give ears to it.
I actually thinking about running for the presidency soon, though.
Why you do
Like for
research?
sure, though, because I mean, Winford has done a level of good, but
Yeah.
I believe that he had, you know, the opportunity to do like more. I think he could have done a lot more, but I mean, who am I to criticize?
Because you don't know, like,
Who might you
what was
criticize?
on the other hand for
Yeah,
him
who might
or
you criticize?
for the federation.
He's done a fairly good job so far, but as I was saying, there's room for improvement for everybody, even me. When God willing, when I do get there, I will be criticized for something. So we gotta be able to handle the critics. So it's important for you to handle the critics. I mean, somebody can say, you do good at CSEC, but you don't get all at once. So somebody can say,
Then I'll get something to say.
hey, I always get something to say, so you just gotta prepare for these Guyanese critics. You know, so yeah. But so far, I mean, I really enjoyed tonight. It's been a real fun-filled, you know, atmosphere.
Yeah.
I learned a lot, and I do hope you guys learned a lot. So as I was saying, both of you guys just continue to stay focused on your trail. I mean, success ain't nothing easy. Something that you work hard for, but it feels sweet getting it. It feels sweet moving your mother away from a society that you're from and catch to something new.
Making a change. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, Michael, like, what advice you give to us as youths? Like, we now stepping into that war of providing for our, you know, ourselves.
Yeah.
So you, as a young man, successful, and still
Achieving, you know, striving for
putting
more.
yourself out there to get other things. What would you advise us as youths, you know? Like, what would you push in our heads to focus on as youths, and what to look out for?
No, it's not really exact. Well, this is good. What to look out for. I mean, but it's not really up to me to tell you what to focus on. You know, it's you. You control your little space in your mind. But I think, as I was saying, but to me the most important thing of all is to be disciplined.
Yeah, we have that discipline.
I mean, it is to be disciplined. I mean, everybody said we got this discipline. But with this discipline is come when you start achieving way more than you think you're supposed to achieve for your age.
The
Discipline.
best discipline is when things are going bad, you know.
Exactly.
You
So
could still pick yourself back
Yeah.
up.
I would say that's the most important thing. And contentment. The Bible said that contentment is great gain. So the more contented
Always be grateful for what you have.
I'm always grateful for God, even grateful for nothing, because you might see it as nothing, but this there is something.
Gratitude is key.
355 is something. So to you it was nothing. But now it, I mean, prepare you. Yeah, so it's as I saying, it's just dedication, discipline, and consistency, and so on. And life is perfect. Life is sweet. It's sweet as this Lucas said. Trust me. But life is sweet. Life is sweet, bro. Life is sweet. So as I was saying, but the sky's the limit for you guys. Sky's the limit, Ravi. You're gonna be heading back to Trinidad very soon for your pro league. So best of luck there, bro. Continue scoring goals. You and Deran and the rest of the guys, Ronaldo and everybody else are doing your thing. Yeah, continue doing your thing, Jalil. You just finished C-Sec, preparing to go to UGR next year. But as of now, you're going to be working and balancing the football. So you just continue doing your thing. I'm looking forward to see you in more national teams. Same as you, Ravi.
Yeah. Definitely. Because I don't have academics in the way.
Good. So just focus on your work and football.
Yeah.
And somebody can't do them. See, someone mentioned Cathy Lucas H far. See, so it's not a good mix. It's not a good mix.
I was disciplined enough, not to be distracted by girls.
That is it.
They know how to do what they do.
That is it, fam.
Still, I don't want to allow myself to get distracted by girls.
That is it, fam.
I'm not sure to that. I'm not looking forward for that because that's not really a goal for me at this point, Yeah. I always say that with relationship, that should be something that...
Quick question, fam.
Yeah.
Who bust your lip just now? That is it, man. Barbershop Chronicles, thank you guys for having us. See you again next week.